It's cardboard, but not as you know it. It's Nintendo Labo. So this is Nintendo Labo, the latest game for the Nintendo Switch. And it's a bit different. We've never really seen anything like this. It's a cardboard kit, a bit like Google Cardboard, but multiplied by 100 in terms of how impressive it is, how complex it is, and how clever it is. And it comes in these sheets, and the game will show you how to make something out of what looks like a very plain piece of cardboard and make it into something that you maybe wouldn't even believe you could make out of cardboard. So let's dive in and make one of the Toy-Cons. So what we do is we load up the game and we choose what Toy-Con we want to build. Now this is the variety kit that comes at £59. It sounds like quite a lot of money, but you do get a lot of cardboard that's been intricately designed so that you can make it into things. And you get a number of hours in terms of build time. So it's a bit like buying Lego, and what you're really buying is the fun of building it, not just using it once it's finished. So what you do is you load up the software, choose what you want to build, and it's going to show us in video form how to do it rather than a paper instruction manual. So here it is showing us a very sped up version of the build. And it's going to show you what out of this sheet we need. So we're going to just pop this out. Okay, so now we've got the pieces. Every time you're ready to go, you can just hit forwards, or we can hold down on the Joy-Con. And if you want to fast forward it a bit longer, you just hold R and it's going to effectively fast forward. Now you just follow the video to make the build. So now that's the first build made. This is the RC car, as you see, it's pretty simple. Now we can have a little go by placing it down, and we can just use these controls to make the, oh, it's quite loud, but we can use the controls to make the RC car go around our tabletop. So that's obviously the most basic thing you can do with Labo, but let's show you what you can do with a couple of the other Toy-Cons like the motorbike and the fishing rod. So here's the motorbike, and as you can see we've finished the build because it took us over an hour, and it's got moving parts. This is kind of the bit, you can hold it against you if you want off the ground, but it gets a little bit tiring. The handlebars move. You've got a throttle part here, you've got a brake, you've got an engine, start, and you've got a horn. So it's really clever how this all moves. There's some elastic bands inside to make this like sprung loaded, etc. And it's a bit like holding the controllers and using them to play, but obviously they're inside this fantastic contraption. Now the motorbike game split up into two options. You can do a stadium where you go around getting balloons, or you can drive circuit. So let's show you how to play with the circuit. So we've got to start the engine by pushing this little tab here. So inside that's going to push one of the shoulder buttons on the Joy-Con. It's quite satisfying. And as you can hear maybe a little bit, the cardboard even vibrates quite nicely with the Joy-Cons. So here we have the fishing rod. Now we're just going to be showing you these today, but the variety pack also comes with the piano and a house, so you get a total of 5 Toy-Cons. So this is pretty cool. It's got telescopic motion going on there, and as you can see we've got the Joy-Cons inside the handle and also in the reel, so that the game knows what's going on. And again, it's using all of the different sensors and things built into the Joy-Cons to kind of give you a bit of an AR experience. While you might get bored with those games after a few hours, there's a lot more you can do with Nintendo Labo. Now, if you come into the Discover section, there's almost digital manuals, if you like, about all the games. So you can click on one of them and just learn about what the possibilities are. So here we're just going to learn about the basics of the Joy-Con, which might lead you to some inspiration about what you might want to do. I'm not using it inside the cardboard, but we can actually make our own course just by driving around. And this I can go wherever I want, I can go up, I can go down, and eventually this is going to create a track based on where I've gone and what I've done. And then afterwards you can go around and edit all the different things like the booster, you can change how angled the track is, you can add water, you can do all kinds of things. So there's a lot more longevity if you feel creative and you want to try and make your own tracks and stuff. And then if you're feeling even more ambitious, you can head into the Toy-Con garage, and then you can choose basically inputs and outputs and then connect them up, and it's basically opens up a whole world of coding, great for kids to learn this kind of thing, and it means you can have a lot of fun as well. So it might cost £59, but we really like Nintendo Labo. And what you've got to remember is that you're paying for a lot of the build time, and that's just as fun, if not more fun, than playing some of the games. We are a little bit worried about some of the parts, whether they'll be able to withstand a lot of abuse, especially if kids are used to plastic, much stronger controllers with their consoles and such. And obviously they're not very portable, but this is a lot of fun for just £59.